have attended yesterday's session. Any doubts? Any doubts? Can we continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, today what I have planned is, okay, so yesterday we basically learned the general tips of essay writing, how to write an essay. So you need to read the question, and then you need to find out the synonyms for the underlined words, then identify the type of question, whether it's an argumentative, opinion-based discussion, so on and so forth. And then based on that, you need to plan your essay and write. Okay, and also yesterday I had forgotten to talk about the time management. Now, when you're writing the essay, you will be given 40 minutes to write the essay. So in this 40 minutes, what you can do is 5 minutes for you to prepare the groundwork. Guys, in case it is a paper-based test, I'm not very sure when it comes to computer-based test whether you will be given like a notepad where you can just write it and then send it across. But when it comes to paper-based test, you can take an additional sheet, do the groundwork, and trust me, you can at least get a 0.5 more when the groundwork is done. At least a minimum of a 0.5 would be given, right? So yesterday we saw what are the parameters. We can lose marks also. And today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to teach you all what is, what is a paragraph layout. And I had told you yesterday we had split up, how we are going to get the 250 words, and then what is introduction, what are the do's and don'ts for the introduction, then what the body, okay, then the conclusion. So all this we're just going to discuss in general and briefly. Okay, so this is what I have planned for the day today. Guys, any questions? Can we continue?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Sorry?
I have a question, please.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to understand what you're trying to say.
I have a question regarding the extra.
The question, okay, today we are doing writing.
No, regarding the extra
Writing.
sheet for the groundwork, do we need to ask them or they will provide by their own? Or we need to request
Which
them
one?
for the extra sheet for the groundwork?
Additional sheet, you need to request them.
Okay.
You need to request them.
Okay, thank
If
you.
you're writing a paper-based, yes, definitely you need to request them.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, but let the shell sheet be only for the groundwork. Now, whatever they give you, the front and back, it's more than enough for you to write the 250 words. Okay, so you don't need more anything more than that.
Perfect, got it. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, okay. Any other questions? Shall we go ahead?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
now.
Yes, ma'am. No question.
Now, first of all, let us decide what is a paragraph layout. Okay, so here the paragraph layout means, now based on the type of essay, how many paragraphs are we supposed to write in the essay? So that is what we call as a paragraph layout. This is something when we are doing the planning. Okay, now say for example, we have an argumentative essay where it says to what extent you agree or disagree. Okay, so this argumentative essay, okay, now if the question stems, okay, this can be written, okay, as where you either agree or disagree totally. Okay, so then second is where you partially agree or disagree. And the third type, now this is what actually the examiners look for. When you're writing the third type of argumentative essay, you will be requiring a 5-paragraph essay. Okay, so here, Javed, I have a request. Please tell people that whoever wants to join after this, I'm not going to allow anyone inside. Till the end, even after you end the session, they will just be joining in. It actually distracts me. I'm sorry. Okay, so here you partially agree or disagree, and the third one is where, okay, the first and that is where you have a 5-para. The first one is an introduction, then you have 3 bodies, that is body 1 where you're going to say you agree, then body 2 where you say you're going to disagree, and this is the most important. Body 3 is where you're giving a suggestion or your opinion to say why you have agreed or disagreed. Now, when you are stating your opinion in the body, don't use phrases. I'll come to that. Don't use phrases like according to me, in my opinion, I feel. All this is informal language. This is not a written language, but it is a spoken language. So when you're writing, while writing itself, it should be such that you're writing then conclusion. Okay, so these okay. Now, when you have an argumentative, where you can write either a 4-para or is where you need a 5-para, and this is on which the examiners look for. Questions? Can we proceed further?
Can you please repeat a little partially agree essay?
Okay, so here now, to what extent you agree or taken an example. So here, this particular thing, you can write it in 3 ways. One is in the introduction and conclusion is common. Now, when you need to write the body paragraphs where your body disagree. Okay, or another way, that is where you partially agree. Or another thing is, now say for example you agree, then both the body paragraphs you can either totally agree or totally disagree. Okay, you can write this also. This is okay, it's acceptable, but the examiner's preference is where you have a 5 layout, where the first and the last is an introduction and the other 3 is a body. Right? Okay, you
Yes,
got it now?
I got it now. Like we need to state
Okay.
like if we are partially agreeing and disagreeing.
No need to. I'll come to state
Thank you.
your introduction. I'm coming to it slowly. Yeah, let me make you enough layout and then we will go ahead. Right? So here, when it comes to the paragraph layout, now here basically we need to write 250 words. Okay, so here, say for example, you're writing a 4-paragraph, then, okay, in a 4-paragraph, can you all see? Okay, shall I? Okay, yeah. When you're writing a 4-paragraph layout, okay, so for the introduction, you're going to have 3 sentences, then the body 1 will be 7 sentences, the body 2 will be 7 sentences, and the conclusion will be 3 sentences. So totally, it will be approximately around 20 sentences with 10 to 15 words each sentence, and that makes up your 250 words. Do you all understand? Did you all understand? Yeah? Okay. Now, say for example, you need to write a 5-paragraph essay. Now, a 5-paragraph essay is, as I mentioned, in the argumentative. Here, mostly we write the 5-paragraph essay where they ask you, to write your opinion. Now, another place where we write the 5-paragraph essay is, like when they say, do the advantages outweigh disadvantages, or they ask you 2 questions and then they ask you an opinion. Like someone sent me a question today, in one of the groups. So what do you think? And then you also have to write an opinion. So at that point of time, when you're writing the it should be 5-paragraph structure. So 3 for introduction and 5 for body 1, 5 sentences for body 2, 5 sentences for body 3, and 3 sentences long for conclusion, 2 to 3 sentences, which will approximately be around 21 sentences, with again 10 to 15 words a sentence, each sentence. Got it?
Yes.
Did you all get it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you all get it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
Regarding the advantages and disadvantages essay, be introduction, and second gonna be body part 1. Please tell a little like
4 paragraphs.
Okay, so
if advantage and disadvantage, then you have to write body 1 advantage, body 2 disadvantage. Okay, and then a conclusion. Now, suppose if they ask 5-paragraph layout.
Okay, so if they are like asking, please need to write 4 paragraphs.
To write 4 body paragraphs.
Got it. Thank you.
Not more than that. 4 body paragraphs. Okay, right? So this paragraph layout. Any questions here? Any questions? Any questions?
No questions, ma'am.
Okay.
No questions, ma'am.
Sorry? Yes? So we can continue, right? Okay. So now what we are going to do is I'm just going to explain introduction, 3 sentences, what it is. I'm not going to go into the do's and don'ts first. Then later we'll take what is a body 1, how we are going to write it, says how we are going to write a conclusion in general. So we will take that first. Okay. So when you're writing an introduction, oh my God, this is really irritating. Till the end of the session, people just want us to keep. Javed, I please have a request. Kindly put it in the groups that, like if they are going to come after this, I'm not going to allow, and they are not going to message us even in the group asking us to allow, because I lose my focus. I'm so sorry. Okay, so when you're writing an introduction, we say you need to write 3 sentences, right? So here the 3 sentences is the first sentence. Now say if it's an argumentative, okay? So based on what the topic is, I'm not going to take any topics or anything. I'm just going to explain theoretically how to do it, and then we'll go step by step. So the first and the second sentence, you need to write in general about the topic. Now, to see, suppose if you're paraphrasing, then remember, do not use the question words. Question words, I means, like the words which are there in the question. Okay, so if you use the question words, then that would be deducted from the word count. Okay, this is something what you need to be very careful about. So don't use the question words. Okay, then the third sentence, which is very important, this is what we call as signposting your essay or a thesis sentence. Now, signposting or thesis sentence means you're going to say what you're going to write in the essay. Okay, so it should be not, I will explain. And remember, don't give any opinion in the introduction. Okay, I will take up the introduction also in detail, but first let us just generally understand what is an introduction, just the skeletons. Okay, we're just going to do the skeletons now. This essay, explains, discusses, whatever it is, okay, the pros and cons, the merits, now whatever it is based on what you're writing, so that you need to take it and signpost your essay. So that is what we call as a thesis sentence. Now this is what is your introduction all about. Okay, so 3 sentences. The first and the second sentence is where you're going to write in general about the topic, and if you're paraphrasing, don't use the question words. And the third sentence is where you need to signpost, or you're writing a thesis sentence telling what exactly you're going to write in the essay. Now, okay, the basic thing here is the do's and don'ts. Okay, the do's and don'ts here is, so when you're writing the essay, okay, the thing is first, okay, general, then complete sentences. Now, complete sentence means, what I mean is, like when you're writing something, see that the sentence is completed. Don't leave it in between. Now, say for example, okay, you're talking about technology, right? Okay, in the present generation, people have to run a rat race to keep up with the competitive world. Now, here, this is somewhere where we have completed the sentence. Okay. So, today one can see people running around. So here it is totally informal. It is not a written language. Second, it is not a complete sentence. Now, what do you mean by a sentence? Sentence is a group of words which give a complete and a definite meaning. Right? So, we also can add phrases. Now, phrases means they are also a group of words, but they don't give a definite meaning. They give some meaning. Okay, so that's the difference between a phrase and a sentence. So you need to write in complete sentence, general, and then you need to have a thesis sentence. Or signposting. Now, basically the don'ts. Don'ts in the introduction is, don't write your opinion, whether you're going to agree or disagree, whatever it is. Okay, don't write your opinion in the introduction. Okay, so here, don't write your opinion in the introduction. Now, second thing is, don't use personal pronouns. personal pronouns such as, okay, I, we. Based on, you can use the object pronouns such as us, they, the subject pronoun they or them, based, or he or his, the third person, based on the context. But remember not to use the personal pronouns such as I will discuss. This is now two things. One is it is informal. Then second thing is when we say I will discuss, grammatically wrong. See, basically we need to go according to the tense what is asked in the topic. We can start with the past tense if it is required, and then go to connect it with the present tense. But we can't, unless and until it is required, don't use a future tense words like will, so on and so forth. Got it? So these are some do's and
So
don'ts.
we
These are some do's and don'ts about introduction. Yeah, go ahead.
we don't need to write. We cannot address like I, but we can address like we as a whole,
No,
like
no,
in general
no,
statement.
no, no. You should not say I will discuss, we will. Instead of that, this essay explains. Now, this is formal writing. Say, suppose if they want the same thing in
Okay.
spoken, then you can say, okay, I'm going to talk about, right? So, this is, I think I had posted some notes about the formal and the informal language also a couple of days back, right?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, tell me.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma, please, I have a question.
Sorry.
And in introduction, such as,
Yeah,
I said in introduction,
yeah.
such as in agree and disagree, to what extent do you agree?
Okay.
What if
Now
one
that's
after
what.
the
See, in the introduction. Okay, I'm coming to it. In the introduction, it should be totally general. You should not be giving your opinion at all, whether you're going to agree, whether you're going to disagree, whatever it is. Okay. Now, say for example, you're going to agree. So agree means it is the advantages. So this essay discusses the advantages of. So that itself shows that you agree, right? See, what is
Okay.
an introduction? What is an introduction? You're going to just introduce the topic, right? What it is you're just going to say. And remember, guys, most importantly, your introduction is the most powerful tool in your essay writing, or mostly in essay writing, the introduction is the most powerful tool, because this is what the examiner looks at. Now, if the examiner finds the introduction good enough and according to the parameters the examiner wants, that is general, the thesis sentences there, everything, then only will they go ahead and read the body. Otherwise, the introduction, they stop there and they mark the basics. So please remember, introduction is something which is very, very important. This is what I can say is your VIP. Right? Okay. So this is the most vital and important thing is your introduction. Got it? Any questions here? Shall we go ahead to the body?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can proceed.
Okay, right. So now coming to the body. Okay, so here in the body, actually the body consists of, when you're writing the body consists of three parts. Okay, so one is what we call as a main point or the main idea. Or a topic sentence. Then the second is what we call as, okay, supporting sentence. Now here the supporting sentence, I'll explain everything in detail. And the last one is where you are, okay, going to conclude the body, conclude the main point. And introduce the main point for the second body. Okay, so this is something, okay, yeah. So the main point and where you're going to introduce the main point for the second body. So this is what the body will be, body 1 or body 2. Now, what is the main point or the topic sentence? Now, say for example, you have something about technology and then you have, there you're going to give the advantage of the technology as the main point. So here when you're talking about the advantage of a technology, so there you're going to add the connectors to show that you're starting the body. You can say first and foremost, to begin with, right? Like this. Okay. Now try avoiding words like firstly. Now this sounds more formal, isn't it? Because guys, remember this is written language and not spoken language. Okay, so first and foremost, okay. Now don't say the advantage is. So you have to say, okay, technology, okay, has made as facilitated. Okay, I'm just giving an example. Let's say, okay, facilitated mankind in all fields, be it at work or at home. Now this is a main point, right? I mean here I have told what I'm going to talk about in the paragraph. So this is what we call as a topic sentence or the main point. Now here the supporting idea is, the supporting sentence is where we are going to support the main, that is the topic sentence with, by giving reasons and example to say why I have taken this as a main point. Did you get it? Okay. So here when you're giving reasons and examples, you can add words like, okay, add words like, reasons and example, like you can add connectors like in addition, moreover, based on, then furthermore. I will provide all this in the notes later on. Okay, furthermore, so and so on. Then later when you're trying to give an example, you can say to quote an example, to illustrate, to cite an example, so on. And then after that, you're going to conclude the paragraph. Conclude the paragraph by just paraphrasing the main point and for the connectivity to show that you're starting the second body paragraph, introduce the main idea, okay, of the second body, Got it, all of you? All of you got it? This is how you're going to write the body. Did you all get it? Any questions? Hello, any questions?
No questions, ma'am.
Not at the moment.
Okay, you all
Can I
understood?
ask?
Yeah, yes. You all understood how to write a body?
Yeah, this is the hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, this is the first
Yes.
time I heard about it that in the last sentence we have to introduce the second body paragraph. So hope in
Okay.
future you're going to explain it and showing us some more practical examples.
Yeah, I will definitely be doing that. That would actually be my tomorrow's agenda. See, because when I give you all the skeletons, actually how to do it and things like that. So tomorrow I will be teaching you, taking the examples as to how to put it across and how to write the essay. I'll definitely show you how to write. See, now say for example, okay, the same thing what we took as technology, okay, is has facilitated the mankind, so on. Yeah. Okay, so now you're going to add. Okay, so here you're going to say a disadvantage. So okay, so you can sum up. Don't use the words like to sum up, to conclude and all that when you're concluding a body paragraph. So you can use words like thus, therefore, right? Therefore, okay. Yeah. An individual, okay, can perform his or her task at his or her snap of the finger, a snap of his, yeah, yeah. Fingertips, okay, whatever it is. Okay, so I've just taken one, and then this is where you're paraphrasing. Okay, now when you're introducing, okay, as the coin has both the sides, okay, too much dependency on technology. I'm sorry. Can be, okay, can be a demerit. Now here you have introduced the second body, right? That is too much dependency, because you're going to write about a disadvantage. Did you get me now? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am, I understood.
Ma'am, please don't erase. Let me write down, please.
Sorry, yeah, one by one, one by one, yeah. Yes, yes, what is your question?
Please
What
don't
is your
erase.
question?
Let me write down.
Okay, fine. You want to write it down? Okay, yeah. Yes, meanwhile, anybody else has any other questions? Can I erase?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so now this is the way you're going to write a body. Okay, so now here the last one is conclusion. Now, whenever you're writing a conclusion, remember what is a conclusion? That is, you're ending the essay. So, when you're ending the essay, most important, do not add any new points. Very important, do not add any new points. Now, when you add any new points, it doesn't become a conclusion, but it becomes a new paragraph. Okay? So here you can say, like, okay, in conclusion, technology, okay, is a blessing in disguise as well as a curse to the society. I mean, I've just taken it as an example. So here you've ended the same thing what you start in the introduction or the whole essay. You're just going to summarize in 1 to 3 sentences long. That's all. Remember, don't add any new points in the conclusion. So this is how you are going to write an essay, right? Did you all get it?
Yes, got
Did
it.
you all get it?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
all got it? Yeah, okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
now, before I end the session, any questions, any doubts? Any questions, any doubts?
Ma'am, I have a question, please.
Yes, tell me, Marianne. Go
In
ahead.
yes, in conclusion, we don't need to add a
I
new
have a question, ma'am.
1 second, one by one. One by one. Yes, go ahead. Yes,
Yes,
please.
in conclusion, we need to paraphrase the statement again. Introduction statement.
Where you need
In
to
conclusion.
please. Sorry?
In conclusion, do we need to paraphrase the statement again?
In conclusion, no, you don't need to see when you try to paraphrase the introduction again, it becomes more like a repetition, okay,
Yes,
and you can
true.
lose for your coherence and cohesion. That is a connectivity. It is as though in the end you're starting the introduction again. So you need to write it. I mean, you need to summarize the whole essay, whatever you have written the whole essay in 1 or 2 between 1 to 3 sentences long.
Okay. And if specifically the question is asking for us to state an opinion, so do we need to state our opinion in introduction para, or there's no need to state our?
No, in the introduction, no opinion. Now suppose if you need to state an opinion, then you have to write another body paragraph. That is
Okay.
where you have a topic sentence, supporting idea, then conclusion. That is where you're concluding the paragraph.
Okay. So
Conclusion
we need
statement,
to write the
right?
our opinion only
Yes,
in the conclusion part.
yes,
Okay.
yes. A
Thank you.
conclusion, the main conclusion is totally different. Okay,
Okay.
that is where you're ending the essay. You're ending the
Okay.
essay. The essay is coming to an end. So that is the conclusion.
Okay.
Okay, so where you're ending the essay, that is the conclusion.
Another
Can I
question,
ask
ma'am.
question, ma'am?
Got it? Yes, tell me. Yes, Blessing, what's
Hello.
your question?
Yes, my
Yeah,
question
tell
is,
me,
you
Blessing,
gave
what's your question?
us you gave us
I'm sorry,
a
I can't
format
hear
for
you.
the first body, which is body one.
Yeah.
You gave us the format for body one. Is it the same for body two?
Yes. Body 2, body 3, if you need to write body 3 also, it is the same. Just kindly, can you just give me a minute, please? I have a call, I need to attend it. Just give me a minute.
Sure. Please take your time. Sure.
Okay.
Hello, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was my son. He called me from the hospital. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So, yes, where were we? We were discussing something. I was answering somebody's question. Yeah, the body one, body two, body three, the
Like
structure. The structure, everything is going to be the same. There's no changes in different this one. The only thing is you need to add the transition words or the connectors according to the according to the body you're writing. Yes, yes. Any other questions? Any other
it's me.
questions? Yes, Naz, go ahead.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. You mean to say if they didn't ask for any opinion, then four body paragraph would work, like introduction, body one,
Yes,
body two, and
yes, yes,
conclusion. But if they ask for our
yes,
opinion, then we have to introduce the third body paragraph, which show our decision or our opinion,
yes,
and then we
yes.
will conclude
Yeah,
on it,
that's right.
right?
Yes, yes. Overall, a final conclusion is to end the essay. Okay, the conclusion definitely has to be there. Now, but remember when you're writing your opinion, now say for example the same topic what we were just taking all about technology. There you have to write your opinion about the technology. So here you can the connector last but not the least. Yeah, latest science know-how. Now, the latest science know-how is a synonym for technology. The latest science know-how has, okay, not only uh, made, yeah, humans life easier, but also, okay, uh, okay, but also allowing a person to spend quality time. I mean, it's just an example. Now, here, this is how you need to see. You're giving your opinion, right? Now, just because see, when you use these words like according to me, in my opinion, right? So all this is an informal language. So please don't write this while writing an opinion. So tomorrow I have this one where tomorrow's agenda is I'm going to teach you all how to do the groundwork. We will take a topic and then what are the keywords, how you're going to do the groundwork. Okay, when you're practicing, you can definitely look into Google and things like that, how you're going to do the groundwork. All that I will be teaching tomorrow in tomorrow's session. Yeah, guys, any questions? Yes, Naz, did I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Hello? Yeah. You're welcome. Yes. Anybody else, any other questions? Does anybody else have any other question to ask? Okay. Well, as usual, the formality. Can you just give me the feedback about the session? Couple of you. Can you just tell me how the session was?
It was so
I don't want to
detailed.
thank.
It was so detailed, and I learned so many things today. It was really in detail
Okay.
session.
Yeah, it is a detailed session. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, when you start writing only, you will get to know more because, like it just doesn't end by just like writing doing the groundwork and things like that. It also has many other things like like you also need to catch up with things like in, yeah, how to write the grammar, everything. All this is also equally important. Okay, yeah. Anybody else wants to say anything else? Anybody else want to say anything?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Shaukat, tell me. Go ahead.
I have one question to you. Could I use templates?
No, I am sorry, I never encourage templates. I would like you all to write. See, when you write on your own, one is you get the individuality. Second thing is you try to you make mistakes. So when you make mistakes, only you learn. So no, there are templates, no doubt. When you go through it, no, I don't like this tailor made or anything, because one thing is definitely IELTS is not a donkey's job, but it is smart work. So here you need to think and write. They definitely don't test your general knowledge, but here you need to think and write what exactly you need to do. Okay, but I don't suggest or encourage templates. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There are
thank you.
templates, no doubt, but I don't encourage. I don't encourage as a trainer. I don't encourage.
Yes, actually, ma'am, I had a confusion on it, so that's why I asked him.
No, I can understand. See, tomorrow once we start, like take the example and then come up with the like how we are writing, and then I'll explain what is a TC sentence there and things like that. So, but tomorrow I have plans of teaching you all how to do a groundwork. That is, yesterday I told you need to do mind mapping, then like underlining the keyword, finding the main idea for the topic and things like that. So that is what I plan to teach you all tomorrow in tomorrow's session. And then day after tomorrow, definitely we will look into some samples as to, along with the groundwork, how to write, and also what is the checklist you need to have when you're proofreading. All that I will discuss in the end. That is on Friday, the last day. Saturday and Sunday, I'm sorry, I don't want to take a class because I want to give some time to my family. So Monday to Friday, definitely I promise I will take classes, but weekends I would like to have it for myself. Okay, yes. Anybody else would like to talk about today's session before I end?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me. Yes.
For me,
Have any doubts?
no doubts, ma'am.
Sorry?
For me, it was no doubts. For me, it was so helpful. I did learn a lot of. I did learn
Okay.
a lot of stuff, especially on the introduction. So it was so helpful. I did learn a lot. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome. That's what. Okay. So tomorrow we will meet again at the same time. That is 10 p.m. my time. Please don't get confused. And tomorrow the rules and regulations will be that if anyone comes after 10 p.m., I'm sorry, I'm not going to allow anyone inside. Today I did allow. See, when I'm teaching, definitely I get distracted. So, which is why I'm not going to allow anyone when I'm teaching.